All right, now here's really a heartbreaking story that I hear all the time, okay? Someone will come up to me at one of my live programs and they'll say, Eben, I created a digital product and it's really great, but I'm having a little problem. Nobody's buying it, okay? For some reason, it's not selling. Will you take a look and tell me what's wrong? And, when I ask them a few questions and I take a look, 99% of the time, I find the same heartbreaking truth. Okay, they spent months, sometimes years, creating what they believed was the perfect book or the perfect digital product, but nobody will buy it because they made two critical mistakes when they created the product. Okay, mistake number one, when creating a digital product, most people don't bother to check their product idea with simple tools like Google's keyword planner to find out if people want to buy their product. Okay, and it's really tragic how many people spend months or years creating a product that nobody wants to buy, but they could have known this in advance. Okay, with just a little practice using Google's keyword planner, a free tool, right, you can use online right now, you can research if people are searching for something like your product in a few minutes. Okay, that's all it takes to see if you have a winning idea, right? It's just a few minutes to do that initial research, but most people never do this. And then they wonder why their product doesn't sell. And then here's critical mistake number two, creating what I call a data dump product. Okay, when most people create a digital product, they assume that the purpose of their product is to teach other people everything they know about their topic. All right, and I call it the data dump product because what the person does is they just try to dump all of their knowledge into the product. The problem is that data dump products are very difficult to sell because customers aren't searching for most of the information in the product. To create a product that sells itself, we have to be smarter and more strategic. Instead of making a data dump product, we need to create a product that's full of information that customers are already searching for, that they already want to buy, that they already want to pay for. And here's the best way to do that. Okay, so start by testing your product idea in Google's keyword planner to make sure that people are searching for the solutions that you're offering. Next, use the Google keyword planner to find the top 10 search words or phrases related to what your product is going to be. And these top 10 searches, okay, these point the way to your customers' emotional hot buttons. Okay, these are going to be the top 10 things that your customers want to learn. And to create a digital product that sells itself, you want to take these top 10 search words and phrases and make them part of your product. Okay? And I like to take these top 10 searches and make it the outline of my digital product if possible. These top searches become the titles for the major chapters or sections of the product. Okay? Now this essentially guarantees that you're making a product that people are already looking for, okay? That they're much more likely to buy. This is also the best way to make sure your product comes up multiple times for top searches related to your product. Okay? And this is a simple but very powerful way to create a digital product that sells itself, but it's completely reverse of what most people do. All right, but what about everything else that your customers need to learn? All right, what if they need to learn things that don't come up in the top 10 things that they're searching for? Okay, well, here's the solution. What you do is you include the other information that your customers need inside the body of the product. Okay, you can make subsections, you can teach your customers anything that you know that they need to learn, but make sure that the main outline and the major sections of your product focus on their top searches and their top needs. This is how to create a digital product, right, that sells itself. This is why I say sell them what they want, teach them what they need. Okay, so now it's time for step 3 of the proven formula that I use. Give away your best idea for free. Now this step in the process, this one is very counterintuitive. It is the exact opposite of what your brain will tell you to do. All right, your brain and your emotions will say, hey, wait a minute, that's my best idea. People should have to pay me a lot of money for it. Okay, so to get your brain and your heart on board, let's look at some of the most successful people who sell digital products. Okay, watch what they're doing. You've probably already seen them online. Right? What are most of them doing? They're giving away some of their best stuff for free. Right? And this is the best hook to get subscribers and get customers for your digital product. And here's an example. Okay, so after I wrote my first digital book, Double Your Dating, I was looking for a way to increase how many subscribers I was getting to my list and how many customers I was getting buying my book. And back then, I used to teach men a simple way of figuring out whether or not a woman was ready to be kissed. Now, as you might imagine, men don't like the idea of trying to kiss a woman and getting rejected, okay? And they really want to learn how to figure out if she wants to be kissed. And as you can imagine, because I had a way to figure it out, it was one of my most valuable ideas, okay? Well, my customers loved it, and it was something that every guy wanted to know. And what I did is I called my little technique the kiss test, and I put up a simple opt-in page, and I started giving it away for free to men from around the world who were visiting my website. And guess what happened? Okay, they started showing up in large numbers and opting in and registering for my list, and it got me more traffic, more registrations, more customers. Now, I've taught this strategy of giving away your best idea to a lot of people, okay? And they have used it very successfully, and you should too. And today, there are countless places to give away your best ideas online. You can give them away to people through Google, through Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Amazon. You can give them away with email. You can get other people to give them away to their lists, and much more. And what's working best for me, okay, are three primary channels right now. Okay, email is working very well, Facebook is working well, and Google is working well. And let's take a minute. We'll talk about each one. Okay, so let's start with email. When I use email to get new customers, I like to find and partner with other people who already have lists of qualified buyers. Okay, people with email lists, they're always looking for ways to make money from their email list. And if you have a great idea to give away for free, and you've created a digital product using my formulas so that it sells itself, there are countless people who would love to email your offer to their lists. Okay, and especially if you pay them a high percentage of each sale, which is what you do if you have an affiliate partner. Now, I teach all of my students a step-by-step system for creating and launching their digital product through email. And the system I've created is very powerful because it's really the fastest way to launch a digital product, create a lot of sales quickly, and to do it without spending money on advertising. Okay, and my students who follow the steps in my system, okay, many of them, they've done extremely well. Okay, so after email, Facebook, okay, that's my current second favorite way to get customers for my digital products. And Facebook is an amazing way to get customers because they, have over 1.6 billion users everywhere, all over the planet. With this many people on Facebook, you could easily get all your customers from Facebook alone, okay? And especially if you combine Facebook with my three-step formula for creating digital products that sell themselves. Facebook has so much data on its users that you can find any customer you want anywhere in the world, and the cost is very low. You can show your ads to perfect customers, for pennies. Now here's an example. Let's say I'm giving away my KISS test on Facebook to find more customers for my Double Your Dating products. To find perfect customers on Facebook, okay, I can log in, or you can log in to the ad platform and tell Facebook who to target. Okay, I can target, let's say, single men, age 18 to 35. If I want, I can target English-speaking regions like the United States or the UK or Europe or Australia. I can target men who like to read. I can target men who have a history of buying online products. Okay, and that's a big one. I can even target people who have enough money to buy my high-end products. Okay, so let's say that I want to target all men with an annual income above, $50,000 or above $100,000. And this is just a tiny fraction of what's possible with Facebook targeting. You can basically target as many characteristics as you want to find perfect customers for your digital product. And the cost to find these customers, it can be very reasonable. My students and we often test out new Facebook campaigns for as little as $50. And with digital products, your risk is always minimal because if you're making money, okay, you know it immediately. You see the people coming to your website and they go through your process and they either buy or they don't. And with Facebook's new platform, you can risk very little, almost nothing. And then if you find a winner, you can scale it up and do very well. And if you're selling higher priced products, Facebook's income and wealth targeting, okay, this is priceless. Because Facebook has partnered with the big credit reporting companies,